Hi Marisol. So what I was doing was I ended up I was looking at your son's picture, and I ended up pulling the cards while I was looking at his photo. I guess my question was for him was what was really going on with him, and like, is there any way that we can help him or talk to him or at least give him some like advice that will like help him get through this phase, right? So I ended up pulling like three cards out of my tea leaf deck. So the first one that came out is called Eagle, and it says triumphant over troubles and obstacles. So he is going to get over this. It's just going to take a little bit of time, as with any kind of like hurt or pain or any kind of breakup that you go through. It's not easy. It's not easy, and it takes time. But he will. And then the next one that he got is called Needle and Thread. It says a sincere wish will be granted. A sincere wish will be granted. So whatever he's been wanting or waiting for or wishing for or asking about, he's gonna get. And then he got Unicorn. It says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So he really, 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 truly needs to like go within, so that way something good and positive can happen in the future. He can't be thinking negatively, because he's gonna end up manifesting that. Um, I don't know if you remember me telling you about like God and the universe. Like they don't care what it is. If we're like putting thought and feelings together and send it out, like they're gonna package it up and send it right back to us. Whatever we're thinking and feeling, so he really needs to be careful about how he's thinking and the things that he's saying. Okay, so we'll go over these other cards at the end. Those are from my Romance Angel deck. So this first card that I got is his situation. So the first card that he got is called Renewal, which in the regular tarot deck, it's called Judgment. And this card is about change and transition, like some type of transition and some type of change that you're going through, right? So it says review the past with compassion and forgiveness, time to head in a new direction, clarity on your life purpose, in your heart you know what to do, right? He knows what he needs to do really to get past this and get over this and move forward. It's just, like I said, it's going to take some time. It's not easy. It's not easy, but he is going through this like transition, this like phase, this like, it's like a passage, kind of like a, maybe even some sort of initiation. Maybe this was something that he had to go through. And then this card that was over this one is kind of like the underlying energy of the situation, right? So this card is the Ace of Wands. And basically this is about something new that's manifesting, something new that's coming, like a new spark. As you can see, there's like a light there. So it's like this new magical spark coming that's happening, right? So it says an amazing opportunity, be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. So really, he needs to be focusing on himself and what he wants to do in life. Like, what does he want to do as a career? Is he going to college? Is he working? Is there something that he wants to do? Is there something that he's passionate about, that he loves doing, that he can get lost in, and he just loves it? That's what he needs to start doing, and that's what he needs to start focusing on. And then the rest will come, right? Everything else will like fall into place. But he needs to be able to take care of himself first and do what makes him happy, and what motivates him and what gets him going, right? Okay, so moving forward, this is the root of the situation, basically what's surrounding all this energy and what happened, right? So this is the Five of Swords. So as you can see, he's kind of like laughing. This guy's laughing in the card. He looks like he's gambling. He looks like he's like just beat these people, he won, and maybe he won out of like tricking them, lying, cheating. So this could be somebody that like he knows or knew in the past. Maybe it could be talking about maybe his ex or whatever, maybe how she was. Maybe she was being sneaky, maybe lying, maybe not telling the truth, maybe being like secretive and stuff. Who knows? But this is somebody I feel that was like around him. So this card says an unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. Right? Kind of blurry, sorry. Yeah, so somebody was playing tricks with him, or he was like arguing with this person a lot. And there was probably like a lot of words that were said that can't be taken back, just a lot of beefing back and forth. Just not a very good person, I don't think. This person that was around him. Maybe they were all about money and just very selfish, very self-absorbed, vain even maybe a little bit. But anyway, yeah, not a good person here. So I guess it's a good thing that hopefully this person isn't around him anymore. Okay, so moving on to the recent past. This is in the recent past. This is Four of Cups. So this card is usually about this person here in the middle. This is about like the person that we're asking about. That person is like in the recent past, maybe bored, could be him or somebody around him that was like bored, like just not satisfied with what they were getting or what they were receiving. Maybe it was him, maybe it was somebody around him, but just somebody that wasn't truly like happy or fulfilled, feeling like they were like missing out on something. And they're looking at these cups and they're like, I'm so bored of these, I don't know. But they're not like seeing what's being handed to them by spirit. Like there's still a cup here that they're just not noticing because they're too focused on what just happened. They could just be sad about what just happened. This could have been like, a hurt. An emotional cups are about your emotions. So just too focused on emotions and feelings, not noticing what's still there. There's still something there, right? Okay, moving forward. So this one here, this is in the present situation. This is the King of Wands. So this card is basically somebody who needs to be passionate and motivated, right? This card says motivational, inspiring, theatrical, ambitious. Take a leadership role. Step into the spotlight. Public speaking. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Communicate your vision and don't be sensitive to criticism. This needs to be him right now. This is how he needs to be. Spirit is telling him that he needs to, if he's not this person yet, he needs to become this person. He needs to be this person and strive to be like this king. Right? Speak his truth. He needs to speak his visions and make things happen by speaking positively and being motivated to do something he is passionate about, because this card is about wands, which is about fire, which is about passion. Passionate, being passionate about something you love, like I was talking about earlier. He needs to be passionate about something he loves. And that's going to help him move forward. You know what I'm saying? That will help him triumph over troubles and obstacles, right? That's how he'll get his sincere wish. using his intuition and his gut to push him forward, to keep moving forward and to not give up. All right. Near future. High Priestess. High Priestess is about higher learning, higher knowledge, learning something new, doing something new. It's about putting your feelings and thoughts aside and let them flow through you, so that way you can fulfill what you're supposed to be doing, and so the rest can fall into place, right? It's about going within and discovering who you are, or who he is. He needs to go within and discover who he is, and see what it is that he wants out of life besides a relationship. He needs to be able to fulfill himself and make himself happy first before he can try to make anybody else happy. He can't make anybody else happy if he's not happy with himself, right? It doesn't work that way. Okay? So this card says, meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. Right? Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. Turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. He needs to meditate. He needs to figure out what it is that he wants in life. Besides a relationship, besides marriage, besides being with somebody, what does he want for him? What makes him tick? What makes him go? What does he love to do? Okay. All right, so now we're down to the last 3 cards. And yeah, I gotta kind of go a little bit quicker because I'm kind of running out of time a little bit. I'm sorry, girl. But okay, so this says, let your friends help you. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. He needs to let his friends help him. He needs to hang out with his friends more. Go do things with his buddies. And then he got retreat. It's time to discover, or it's time to disconnect from the world. He needs to maybe take a little vacay. He needs to maybe take a little trip, either by himself, and I feel like that would be best, so that way he could like get in tune with himself. He either needs to go with himself or with you, or with you got you and Hector, with his mom, with his parents, just you and, or take a little family trip. Or he needs to get away with some of his buddies, some of his friends, and go somewhere and disconnect from reality in the world for a second, right? So anyway, like I was saying about all of this, and how I was saying that he really needs to figure out what it is that he wants for himself, and like all the rest will fall into place. And I know your question for him was, will he find his person? And this last card that came out, yes, he is going to find his person. He just needs to give it time. He needs to love himself first, because if he can't love himself, how is he going to love somebody else? He needs to be content with being by himself before he can be content with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? The last card that he got is called True Love. And it says this is a romance of a lifetime. So, yes, he is going to find somebody else. He will find his person, but it's not going to happen right away. Okay? He needs to go through all of this first in order for this to come, in order for this to happen. Okay? All right, girl. I got to get going. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I still got to do the rest of my makeup and go to work. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.